Welcome to the FIFA World Cup show. Yesterday, Portugal took on Ghana in the Group H clash of the top of the group after South Korea and Uruguay played out a goalless draw. Both Portugal and Ghana could not find back of the net in the first half. It led to a frenzied second half where both teams upped the tempo. Portugal scored the first goal courtesy the Ronaldo's penalty. Of course, Ronaldo became the first person in the FIFA history to score a goal at 5 World Cups. Ghana tried to claw their way back, but Portugal held on to a close win of 3-2. In a Group G encounter, Brazil took on Serbia. In a promising start to the campaign, Brazil showed the usual flamboyance, and they are known for their impressive goals from Richarlison and saw Brazil win 2-0 today. Today, England take on USA after 6-2 win over Iran. England will look to win this game today and cement their position at the top of the group and look to qualify for the knockout stage. Joining me from Doha, Qatar is the Englishman again, Patrick Green, who's going to give us the first-hand view of how the things are panning up. And then we'll have a special guest who's going to talk about Ronaldo, much more. You're watching the Footcast Social, the World Cup special, brought to you by Dafa News. Patrick, over to you. Patrick, how's the atmosphere there? And considering today England takes on, what are your views about the game, the atmosphere, and the fan frenzy?
Yeah, a good atmosphere here today. All of the fans have arrived now. They've all seen one game. Every team's played once, and now the teams are going to play their second game. This is going to be the first time that teams know whether they are through to the second round, because you can qualify after 2 games. Also, the first time that teams could get eliminated. So it's really judgment time. You had your first game, but now it really matters.
Brilliant. It is a good game, but how was yesterday? You know, we spoke about the interesting part of the team, and how was the Portugal game? That was more important.
Yeah, the Portugal game, the bar was split 50-50. When Portugal scored, there was lots of celebrations, and when Ghana scored, people were sort of taunting the Ronaldo fans by going, "See," like his celebration. So there are a lot of people that like Ronaldo and a lot of Messi fans, and a lot of people that wanted an underdog Ghana to win, but they just couldn't quite do it.
But the African team, Ghana became the first African team to score a goal in this World Cup match. What makes them so unique? Is it the fandom? Is it the overall costume? What is it that makes them more special?
Well, Ghana have often had a cult following in my country. In the 2010 World Cup, when England was eliminated early, a lot of English fans nailed their mast to Ghana because of the fact they were an African team, and African teams are often popular with English teams at the World Cup. The English commentator Clive Tildesley was nicknamed the Ghanaian because he really got behind the Ghana team, and we were quite disappointed when they lost to Uruguay. So Ghana has a lot of support in the UK, and I think across the world, because of people that have memories of that 2010 team.
Is it because they come back very strong at the opposition, or is it just their style of play or their style of celebration that makes them very special?
Yeah, the style of celebration. I think the colour that their fans bring, the flag, the black, yellow and red flag is quite iconic as well. And what they've done for African football is really impressive. So I think the celebrations have a lot to do with it. And as I said, that iconic 2010 team, and now 2022, they're hoping to write a new chapter. Obviously, Portugal, a very difficult game, but now they have 2 more games, including a chance, I think, to get revenge on Uruguay for 2010. So it's very exciting for Ghana.
Well, we have another guest who's joining us from Portugal. He's seen Ronaldo play, but today, right now, till the time he joins in, I will shift the focus onto the English game right now. Patrick, your views about the game today, because Americans have been playing at the league. They know exactly how things are shaping up, and more importantly, they know the style of play for the English men. So your views on the game today, and then we talk about the Harry Kane injury.
Yeah, I've always had a lot of respect for American soccer, but England's come into this game as favourites. After blowing away Iran 6-2, you have to be confident. America are a very strong side, a side with a lot of experience in European leagues. It's not the case now that most of their teams play in the MLS. Most of their players are playing in the Champions League. That's a very strong team. But I think that England can do it. England are in brilliant form. Them and Spain have probably been the breakout teams of the first match of the World Cup with massive wins. So I think England have no reason to be scared of the US, but they definitely should respect the American team.
Well, we have another guest who's going to join us, who's actually joined us. Paulo Jorge dos Santos Ferreira de Silva. That's quite a big name. Paulo, welcome to the show. Well, we seem to have some technical problem right now, but he's going to join us soon. He's the man from Portugal who's seen Ronaldo grow up from a 12-year-old boy. I'm going to let you continue, Patrick, with that. Patrick,
Yeah.
about Harry Kane's injury.
Yeah, well, Gareth Southgate has said that Harry Kane is fit to play. He came off in the Iran game about 70 minutes in, just had a scare on his ankle, which has been a problem point from a while, but the scan that was done on Wednesday said he's okay. So Gareth Southgate has said that Harry Kane is fit to start. So that's really big news. Even though he only made 18 touches, he was key for Iran in the Iran game. He actually drew the Iranian defenders out and made it very easy for the wingers to play. And he got 2 assists. So despite not scoring, which is sometimes how we judge striker, his contribution was very important. So Southgate will be delighted that Kane gets fit again. There is an outside chance that Kane can break Wayne Rooney's scoring record at this tournament, which would be, I think, very fitting for the England captain. So a massive, massive boost that he's fit.
Patrick, we'll let you hold that thought. We've joined by our friend Paulo. Paulo from Manchester to Madeira. Let's walk into the Portugal. He's the head coach for FC Gokulam, and he's a Portuguese licensed coach in India. Paulo, welcome to the show. Your views about the game of Ronaldo, if you can hear us. Hello.
Can you listening me? Hello?
Yes, please go on, Paulo.
Okay. Hello. Good afternoon to everyone. Sorry for the delay, but I have some problems here with internet, but very happy to listen everyone. Hello, Patrick. All the best for your England. Okay. Thank you so much for inviting. About the game yesterday, I think Portugal, the first 45 minutes, not can do it. You have position ball all the time. But Ghana come with a plan, stay in the back and waiting for the mistake of the Portuguese. But the second half, it's what I like. Portuguese and all the fans from football like goals. You have a lot of goals, a lot of transitions. And after the first goal, what I expect, it's the game open. And Portugal have opportunities and score. And for my surprise, Portugal made 2 mistakes and get 2 goals. And Ghana start to dream maybe can win Portugal. But
Paulo, I'm going to hold on to your thought there. You complained about the internet. Yes, internet was as good or as bad as how Portugal played in the first half, which means it was a little slow and it couldn't connect to the right places. So my question to you, did you expect first half goalless kind of a score sheet?
No, I expect Portugal in the first half come attitude to win, to pressing more the ball, pass more. The passing is good, but he must make a pass with a point.
Right.
The ball fast, try to go to the box of the opponent to Ghana and not create too much opportunities. You have one, nothing more. I think Portugal he control the game, but I think in the first 45 minutes the draw is what he can. But I expect more from Portugal. But like I tell you, it's the first game nobody want to lose. So I think the first 45 minutes, the team is there, keep the ball and see what happens. More Ghana, because Ghana stay in the back with 5 players, more 4 in the front, only 1 striker, and Portugal no space too much.
Bruno, Bruno Fernandes was excellent. The first half was a little lackluster, but you had, in the 65th minute, the great man himself, the Ronaldo, scoring from penalty. That's all right, but your views on his game? And then we'll come on to the next question, which is your actual seeing Ronaldo grow from a 12-year-old boy at Sporting Lisbon. But first, on the 65th minute. Paulo?
Yes, I think about the penalty. I'm Portuguese, I want to win, and I'm a coach, but I think he's 50-50. I don't know. It's a penalty. He can score a penalty, but he's 50-50, the fault. And next, Ronaldo. It's a machine. It's eyes. You can see the face of him, focus, and nobody stop him, and it's a goal. It's a good goal. About the life Ronaldo, yes, it's true. I'm meeting Ronaldo. I can say I'm meeting him. I see him the trainings, and everyone talk about Ronaldo, Ronaldo this, Ronaldo work, Ronaldo go to be a best one. But the truth is, Ronaldo arrived from Madeira, a small island from Portugal, with 12 years. Scared, he's a kid scared. A kid, he never see too much people. I can tell you, in Sporting Lisbon at this time, you have more people work and players. Look, in Leiden, Madeira is not so lot of people. And Ronaldo, since the beginning, he started to training hard. And the mentality of him, it's like today. It's fall in. You want to be the best. And some people understand this like arrogant. It's not arrogant. You want, and he's fighting for this. I have opportunity to see him sometimes, yes, because in the age he's there in the Sporting Lisbon. I played football, finished my career with 30 years, 32. And in this time, I started to make my license UEFA. And sometimes as you have class in Sporting Lisbon or Porto or Benfica, go to workshops. And I see this young boy, not so young, in this time he have 16 and 17 years, before he go to Manchester, and he's a machine. The other ones go to the room and he's fighting, he's working.
Well, we'll leave on to that thought, and we're going to hold your conversation on to our next match when Portugal plays. But again, coming back to Patrick Green, 30 seconds. Who do you think is going to score today?
I'm not listening very well. About today?
Yes.
About today game?
Yes, of the England game. We'll come back to, thank you, Paulo, for your time. I'll come back to Patrick Green for his last closing comments on the game today. Who do you think is going to score for England? Patrick?
We have a diverse range of scorers, which is one of our boosts. You can never really tell. I back Kane to get his first goal, and hopefully Sterling and Saka will add as well.
Brilliant. Well, we had a Portuguese coach who's now in India, and you have a tense-looking Patrick Green, who's in Doha, who's our correspondent, who's waiting for his English match. This is Footcast Social, the special World Cup coverage that you're watching on NewsX. Keep tuning in for more. We go in for a short commercial break. Thank you.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.